All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Share. Oh, wait. No, sorry, I did that wrong. Zoom meeting, share, desktop, share. Can you guys see that coming up?
All right. Let's mute everyone.
Muted, mute. All right, we're good.
Okay. And then
ahead.
have you started recording?
Yep.
Okay. So first and foremost, we want to thank everybody for jumping on because you can be anywhere but here with us tonight. So we are super appreciative and we thank you guys very much. Tonight we are going to talk about the business of the future. And before we get started, I will share a little bit about myself and Brendan. We are husband and wife team. We've been married for 10 years, together for 15, and known each other for 20. Our background a little bit is Brendan was with a Fortune 500 company for about 18 years, and I was in the restaurant industry I was a restaurant manager for about 10. And it was in October of 2017 when our life pretty much fell apart. I lost my job. I had picked up some unhealthy habits from being in the restaurant industry. Brendan lost his job after 18 years. His entire department was cut off with a 5-minute phone call, and we were on the verge of divorce. It was at that time where we had to make a decision. Do we go forward and try to work things out, or do we throw in the towel? And it was that day that we made a decision that we were going to work things out. And since that decision, our life has changed dramatically. It is right about that time where God blessed us with network marketing and this industry came into our life. It helped me get, my drinking under control. It helped us pick up a lifestyle. And we've never been more excited for our future. And I always tell people, we have been married for 10 years, but I don't feel that I feel like our marriage is just now starting, even though we've been together for 10 years. It's just now starting. We found our purpose. We are now living the life that we were supposed to, 10 years ago when we got started. So it's a little bit about us. One of the things that we want to start off with, everybody is here for a reason, whether it is more time, more income, actual freedom, less debt, better health. You did not jump on this call if you weren't looking for one of those. And I will tell you right now, just by sharing, a little bit about our story, we were looking for all 5 of those things. So while we go into this presentation, I want you guys to keep those things in mind and the things that you hear, what is it that you want more of? What is it that you're gravitating towards that is making you on this call tonight?
All right, so here's our current option. So right now, most people are in Plan A, what we call the employee quadrant or the small business quadrant. A lot of people start off as an employee. They look for security out there. They work a lot. They retire with 1/3 of their income. Some of them get sick of it and say, oh, I want to be my own boss. So I want to be my own boss, and they start the small business. What happens there is you're a slave to it. I mean, we own our own business as well outside of this business, and it takes up a lot of time. We have a lot of liability in that business, and we can't leave it or it doesn't make money because we are the system. What we're going to talk about today is a Plan B. Keep your primary income, keep your job, continue working, and we are going to show you a way that you can begin to invest 5 to 15 hours a week and build an organization and build a company that begins to generate passive income for you and your family. We have a mentorship program. We have a whole plan that we put together and a system that we put together that'll show you how to make money in 1 to 2 years, 3 to 5 years, based upon how much time you're going to put into it. Now, you asked me, how do you do it with 5 to 15 hours a week? Like, you can't tell me you're going to build a $52,000 income in 2 years in 5 to 15 hours a week. Well, a little bit about leverage. In networking, what you're going to do is you're going to build an organization under you. So you're going to start off by bringing in your first 2 people. those two people are going to begin to work 5 to 15 hours a week as well. So now in your organization, you're going to be working your 5 plus their 5 plus their 5. You're now working 15 hours a week. They bring on their first two people, which you're going to help them do inside of the time that you have during that week. And they are going, now you're going to have 4 people. Now you've got 35 hours working in. So that's called leverage. And that's what networking is all about. And that's how you create a business that can generate $50,000 a year in passive income in just 1 to 2 years. That's how the whole thing works. We have a business school that we're going to talk a little bit about later, and a mentorship program that we'll get into later. But that's what we're talking about. We keep your current job, and you begin to build a business that can actually replace your current job if you choose to. But we have lots of people in our organization that make enough money to leave their current job, but they stay in their current job and continue to build this business and just make more money because they're, whatever it is, they love their job, or they're doctors or lawyers, all kinds of people like that, but still are generating a secondary income and securing their family's futures.
All right. So we're going to talk about timing. And before I jump into this slide, I do want to say that our company is only 2 years old. We have not hit momentum. So when you talk about timing there is a thing called a first mover's advantage, and that's where we are. Diving into this slide, the right timing, the wellness revolution. Paul Zane Pilsner, and if you don't know who Paul Zane Pilsner is, he is the youngest graduate of the Wharton Business School, and he is the youngest executive of Citibank. And people like Tony Robbins, who doesn't endorse anybody, endorses Paul and says that he has his pulse on the economy. He says the sickness industry is over, and the wellness industry will exceed the $1 trillion healthcare industry in the next 10 years. And we are on track with that. We are 5 years in, and we are at $500 billion. He also says the greatest entrepreneurial opportunities will be in distributing rather than manufacturing wellness products and services. The baby boomers, they lead the trends in this country, and right now they are looking to get off meds. They are looking into preventative care, and this is the best time to be part of a health and wellness company providing all natural solutions and into preventative care.
Yeah, so the business of the 21st century, this gentleman, Robert Kiyosaki, he's the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, if you've never heard of him. He endorses network marketing, never been in network marketing, but he's always said if he were to start over, he would do it in networking. The industry, and why does he look at it that way? The industry, this number is low, $178 billion annually, is bigger than Major League Baseball, NFL, NBA, hockey, the music industry, and movies combined, right? All in the U.S. So there's major money being put out into this industry. And it takes away the need to build a system. We talked a little bit about system earlier. Our system that we built for this. Systems create wealth, not people. People make money and they trade hours for dollars. Systems generate wealth because they're going to continually make money for you even while you're sleeping. And that's what we're going to teach you how to build in this. The company takes all the risk. We'll talk a little bit more about it later in the presentation, but the company Vasayo, our fulfillment center, takes all of the risk, all of the legal, all the issues off of your shoulders and allows you to just work on building your distribution center. And
he not only endorses it, he wrote a book.
He did.
So, yeah. All right. Go ahead.
So we're going to talk about industry disruptors. And I know that's a sort of a fun term out there. A lot of people are using that, but there are a lot of disruptors out there. Amazon is the largest retailer in the world now. It's $1 trillion company. They don't have any brick and mortar buildings. They're doing it all through distribution. Disruption in hospitality is Airbnb. They're allowing people to make money by simply renting out their house. And they're disrupting the hospitality industry. Same with Uber and Lyft. They're allowing people to make money driving cars. Now, Vasayo is doing the same thing. They have a fulfillment center. They take it. They have our liposome delivery, which we'll talk about, the technology that we'll talk about later. But they're allowing for us, the distributors, to make money by utilizing their fulfillment center and leveraging their fulfillment center. So this is an important slide. And we were just talking about this, Marissa and I. What if we showed you how you can make your own business? We've been looking at a franchise for quite some time. And just to give you an idea what the costs are, it's about $150,000 to start up, about $15,000 to $16,000 a month in franchise fees. Plus we have to sign a 10-year lease. We have personal guarantees we have to sign with the company that we're signing the lease with, that we'll keep that thing for 10 years. Other companies, you have to bring in bank loans. You need personal guarantees are the thing that you fear the most, because you get sued, no fault of your own, something happens, and you have to declare bankruptcy, and you still owe certain loans to banks because you have personal guarantees outside of your business on that. With this, there's none of that.
All right, so Vasayo, the 5-star opportunity. What is Vasayo? And basically in the next 5 slides, we're going to talk about the vehicle that's going to take you to where you want to go, what you want more out of. With the first slide that I showed you, when looking for an opportunity, there are 5 variables that matter: world-class leadership, disruptive science and products, the right timing, which we kind of already touched based on, the generous rewards, and a worthwhile cause. All right, world-class leadership. So if you are going to join a company, you definitely want to take a look at the leadership. You want to know who is running your ship. Dallin Larson is Dallin and Carrie Larson are the founder and CEO. Dallin came out of retirement, and they have already built $2 billion companies. What do you think?
Networking.
In networking. So they came out of retirement to build a third one. What do you think is going to happen? If they've already built $2 billion companies, they're going to build a third one. He also won the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year award, the CEO of the Year, and that is a very prestigious award. I mean, that's things that CEOs of Amazon, of Marriott Hotels, Google, Starbucks, and he's right up there with him. We have Daniel Picow, who is a machine. The guy never sleeps. You can call him. We have brand partners who are at the lowest of the total, the
brand new,
who give him a call, and he will answer the phone because he is of servant leadership. Then we have Dan Zhu, who also has about 20 years of experience in this industry, and he's the co-founder and runs the Asian Pacific market
very well.
Yeah.
All right, so disruptive science. So we were talking about disruptors. One of the reasons that we are a disruptor is the science behind our products. So you always hear the term, you take your vitamins and you pee most of it out, and it's not worth taking them, right? Well, that's where the liposomes came out. They've been around since 1961. There was patent on them, and they're used with big pharma to deliver cancer drugs orally to cancer patients using chemo. And what it is essentially a fat bubble that protects whatever you want to deliver to the body and fools the body to make it think that it's fat, so that your body takes it in and absorbs it properly the way that it was meant to be. Well, in Dallin, when the patent came up in 2015, Dallin said, well, why don't we do this with supplements, with nutrients? Why don't we take that science and bring it over to supplements with nutrients? And that's just what we've done. I'm not a scientist or a doctor, but I can tell you we've seen amazing results from this, and some people share some testimonies.
And what Brendan likes to say is we are pioneering
the liposomal delivery of supplements to America.
Yes.
So. All right.
So our products. And if we have any brand partners that are on this Zoom call, go ahead and into the chat, write any of your testimonials. I will tell you that when I first was introduced to Vasayo, I jumped on a Zoom exactly like this. And the first thing I saw at the time, we had only had 6 products. We didn't have CBD, so we didn't have that boom product. But my entrepreneur mind came on, and I said, holy moly, I use other words, but I said, I can help so many people in so many areas in their life. And what's so good about this company is that all of our products are in their own separate billion-dollar category. They don't cannibalize, so they're not competing against each other. And that was a huge thing for us. There's obviously a lot more that came with the company, but
there are billion-dollar companies made out of each one of these products. We have all 8 of them today. Just a quick testimony from us. I can tell you none of us would be here today if it wasn't for sleep. She's had trouble sleeping for many, many years. She's tried everything. It's been a frustration point and a pain point in our marriage and in our relationship to that point. And she took that, Jennifer Wheeler, our sponsor, sent that over as a sample. She took that and it was done. And she was sold. She was like, we're doing this. Let's go. I said, okay, let's go. Simply off of that one product. We tried the other ones. I really came on board trying the other ones. I'm a huge fan of Core. I have arthritic pain behind my knee. I take Renew, Core, V3, and Eternal every single day. I never miss it. And I've had dramatic changes.
Right. And we have a testimonials group, so you can get with the person that invited you to this presentation and they can add you to it. If you have any questions, you can always ask afterwards. All right. So CBD, which may be one of the main reasons why y'all are here. And yes, it is from plant to package and product of the USA. But what I want you guys to understand is that we are patent protected, and that we are not patent pending. And what it takes to get a patent protected is you have to go to a panel of experts at the U.S. patent office and prove that your product does what it says it does. And we've proved that our liposomal has a proven enhanced bioavailability. It is THC free. I did take a drug test. I did pass that drug test. It's organic, compliant, non-GMO, and it's broad spectrum, which is full spectrum without the THC.
That's right.
All right, generous rewards. This is huge, guys. And, you know, it wasn't until someone pointed this out to me, but most people their entire life go through life only getting paid one way, maybe 2 ways. And here we're offering 8 different ways of getting paid. We won't go into every single one of them. We will touch on a few of them, but keep that in mind. You can get paid 8 ways here, guys. I mean, what is your current situation? You're probably just getting paid one, and we're going to offer you 8 different ways.
Yeah, you're getting a salary or hourly and maybe a bonus on occasion. Some people are lucky enough to have commission-based, etc. All right, so generous reward. So this is a cool slide. This shows all the ranks as you go through the company, and I want you to we really focus on that one rank, which is gold. And you'll see there's a Vasayo mark over there. What that means is that's a trip. You're going to get a free trip when you hit gold, which is really cool. It's a cruise. Vasayo pays for the whole thing. You get to go. You hit that gold. I think it's in May this year, and all the golds will be going on that cruise and enjoying it free of charge. The other thing is that gold is an important point, because you also get your global profit share, which is another one of our passive income. And once you get to gold, you're going to be helping other people get into gold. But imagine getting all these things that I'm talking about that you get. You're going to be making a significant income at gold. If you get gold and stay at gold, you'll be making $50,000 plus a year right from that thing. And that's only 5 levels into this company. Imagine the rest of them. Imagine where you can go and when you get to diamond. We have diamonds in our organization already in just 18 months, and they are making enormous amounts of money, and it's completely changed their lives.
Right. So the idea is to get to gold and then to help your people in your organization to get to gold as well. And
that's what we teach in our business school. We teach to go for gold in 90 days, and we have people that do it. Not everybody does, but that's okay. It's however long it takes. It doesn't make any difference. You get to gold and you're where you want to be.
All right. So a worthwhile cause, you know, if it was all about the money, it wouldn't be enough. This cause, we got to see it firsthand when we were in Vegas, and it really touched Brendan. And it kind of made him, hearing the story made him want to have a goal that he wants to build his own well. The stories there are families was it Tanzania? Mm-hmm. There are families that have had to send their kids to the city because they didn't have drinking water. We take that for granted here. We have water ready available to us, and people have had to separate their families so that they can have a better life. Now, because of Overcome Nation and Vasayo, we have built over 40 wells, and these families are able to bring home their family to bring them home. They're able to bring them home from the cities and live together because we've been able to provide them with water.
Yep. All right. So what is your role? So as I said earlier, Vasayo takes care of all the difficult stuff. You know, all that stuff I was talking about with costs, etc. They take care of all the legal, manufacturing, logistics, everything that you don't have to worry about. Vasayo takes the fulfillment center. Vasayo takes care of all that. And you follow a very simple pattern. As a brand partner and as a distributor, you follow a simple pattern. You use your own products and you be your own customer. All right. So that's number one. And that's what everyone does. That's the most important part. You merchandise a small amount. So when we say that, it doesn't mean you're pedaling around with your wagon in your neighborhood, you know, offering up products. What it means is people are coming. We have solutions to everyday problems. People come to you all the time and say, "Oh man, my shoulder. Hey, I have something. Give this a try." And you sample it to them, and it's going to draw them into your business, and it's going to draw. You know, they're going to want more. They're going to want to buy it. They're going to want to become a brand partner. And then you show others how to do 1 and 2 above. That's it. That's the pattern to this whole system, and that's what whoever invited you to this call is doing. They're using their own product. They're merchandising a small amount, and they've shown you showing you how to do 1 and 2. All right, so we said we'd talk a little bit about a couple of the ways that we get paid. This is a passive way. It's so you're going to everything's based upon becoming a star and making star makers. And what we mean by that is you're going to get your first two, and we're going to help you do that. If you sign on today, we're going to, your sponsor and our team's going to help you get your first two people in 48 hours. However, it doesn't matter if you get them in 48 hours, but we like to do that just to get you going properly. And then you're going to focus on becoming a star maker. You're going to help John over here get his first two people the same way that we helped you. Continually doing that, one after the other, star maker, star maker, and you continue to build that team. Cycling, I won't get too far into it. This is the only cap that we have in our payment structure. You get paid 28 times per cycle. A cycle means 480 points. 480 volume points come up to John's side, and 240 volume points come up to Sue's side. You cycle one time. You can do that up to 1,000 times a week. For $28,000. If you have a problem with that cap,
send it to us.
Send it to us. We'll figure out a way to spend
build some wells.
But that is the only cap that we have, and that is one of the ways that we get paid. The other way that we get paid passively is what we call check matching. This goes down 7 layers deep, and that means people that you're bringing into your organization is your first layer. Someone that you bring and you personally sponsor. Whoever they bring and personally sponsor is your second layer. You're going to get paid commissions, not from their money. They're going to get their commissions like they normally do. But Vasayo also pays you as the sponsor to help them do those things. So you are incentivized to help others. That's the beauty of this entire business, is you're incentivized to help the people on your team. That's why everyone's willing to help you. Everyone's willing, because everybody is going to benefit from that.
And that's called fair.
And it's extremely fair. So somebody makes $1,000 in team commissions that you personally sponsor. Vasayo pays them their $1,000 in team commissions. It gives you $200 for it. All right. So we're going to plug you into a proven system. So the vehicle is Vasayo. This is the vehicle that's going to take you where you want to go. The system consists of our team, which is TCB Global and Overcome Nation. Overcome Nation is our business school. It's going to teach you, give you all of the information that you need to be successful in this business. The leaders of TCB and Overcome Nation have 50 years of combined experience. They're amazing, amazing mentors. They're incredible people, and they just give to us nonstop. They pour into us and they give to us. They really define servant leadership. And what they're doing is they're teaching everybody how to do that all the way down the organization, leader backed by leader, backed by leader, all the way down.
Right. And so with TCB Global, it's headed by Frank. He's been in the industry for 34 years. He's created over 300 millionaires. With Overcome Nation, it is led by Rick Gutman. And in our previous slide, we had talked about Robert Kiyosaki, and Rick mentored under Robert Kiyosaki for 5 years, paid $500 million. $500,000, sorry, to get that mentorship. And he's given it to us for free 3 nights a week, live through a Facebook group. So.
Right in the comfort of your own home. And the business school is legit. All right.
So where do you see yourself?
Yeah. So that's the end of it. We told you we'd get through it quickly. And there's options here. You can become a wholesale consumer where you order the products. You're going to enjoy those health benefits and you can share it with others. Or you can become a franchise partner. Purchase an enrollment kit. We have multiple levels of enrollment kits to get you started. You want to get some products so that you can share it right in the door, and then you're going to set yourself up for your LCP, which you're going to be a product of the product. You're going to continue to take them and continue to get healthy. And you're going to plug into that system. We're going to help you go star in 48 hours. You're going to attend that business school, and we have events, 4 to 5 times a year that you can go to, and the events are priceless. They are worth their weight in gold. So.
Right. And Frank always says that if you don't get anything out of the event, he personally, not Vasayo, he personally will pay you your money back. I will tell you that we crave these events. I mean, we've driven 13 hours. One time we will go to these events because we get something from every single one of them every single time.
Awesome. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing here. I'm going to take everyone off of mute. And if anyone has any questions, we have about 15 minutes. That was a good job on timing, honey. Hopefully we covered everything. And I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.
Let's see what the chat's.